What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today in front of me I've got this beautiful Jeep. It's a 2021 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara 4xE, the high altitude version. Today I'll be covering the 7 most frequently asked questions about the 4xE. But first I'm going to jump in and talk about kind of what makes the high altitude stand out compared to the other 4xE models. So when it comes to the Jeep 4xE, you can get it in pretty much 3 different trim levels. You can get it in the normal Jeep Sahara, which is this red one over here, or you can opt for the high altitude, which is right here, or you can step it up further and go for the 4xE Rubicon. And in the front, obviously the most distinctive features of the high altitude is, of course, your body color bumpers. Normally they would be black, and then of course you've got your gloss white grille as well, with the black inserts right there, and also along the headlights over there. On the bumper itself, you've obviously got your fog lights and more gloss black trim around there, which looks absolutely beautiful in the white color contrasting to it. And of course, on the high altitudes, you get blue tow hooks, 2 on the front, 1 on the rear. On the normal Jeep 4xE, just the Sahara version, you get those blacked out. Those are not blue. You only get the blue ones on the Rubicon, but also you get it on the high altitude version. You've got your traditional lighting right into the fenders, and then of course your LED lighting as well, which looks absolutely beautiful. On the Rubicons, you do get the 4xE decal up top, and then of course Rubicon written on the side. But on this, it's a nice clean finish, but you do get those nice Smurf looking tow hooks. And of course you've got your front facing off-road camera right in there. Looking at the high altitude from the side view, there are a little bit more distinctive features that make this the high altitude. If we start off on the wheels, these are the normal wheels that you do get also on the normal Sahara, but something different is that you get the body colored side mirrors, body colored the door handles as well, and of course you also get a body colored gas cap. As for the wheels, these are 20-inch gloss black wheels, which the design looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, being a 4xE, you get your charging port right there. Moving over to the rear of the high altitude, you get your LED rear lighting as well, and then you get your spare 20-inch gloss black aluminum wheel as well at the back. And then of course your body colored trunk handle, if you want to call it, or door handle at the rear as well, and then more of the tow hooks, and then of course 4xE badging as well. This particular high altitude is equipped with a ton of safety features, which you see built into the rear bumper. And of course the rear bumper as well is not black, it's body colored, which I think looks really nice and clean with the high altitude version. Also at the bottom, you've got your trailer hitch if you need to tow anything, and of course you've got your trailer wiring as well, ready to go. In the rear, it is pretty traditional to like any other 4xE. You lift this up and you get a ton of room back here. This one does have the Alpine sound system, which sounds absolutely beautiful. You've got a 12-volt adapter back here, and then if you're looking for your charger, it is in this casing right here. You've got your level 1 charger, which I'll touch on in a moment. In the rear, this is my best and my favorite color combination to get on a Jeep. This color, which is a steel gray leather seats, is only available on the high altitudes, and I think this looks absolutely beautiful, especially with it being all white. And even on the door panel here, the handrest is in steel gray with kind of like a chrome bronze, dark bronze stitching that goes all the way around, and you kind of get this diamond pattern stitching here, which I think makes a Jeep look very luxurious. And by lifting this strap right here, this is where your batteries are located for the Jeep. It's on both sides, and you can kind of see them down here, and you can just tuck them away just like that. If you want to bring this seat down, you can just pull this. It brings the headrest down, and then you just pull it, and you can kind of put more space, or more stuff in there for more cargo room. Everything else back here compared to other 4xEs is pretty traditional. You've got space in here and then some USB ports there, but pretty standard on everything else. But the interior on this is just mint. Now heading into the driver's side, again you'll notice a lot of that steel gray and the nice beautiful stitching all across, and just the front seats, you can see how nice they look. And it's just my favorite part of the Jeep on the high altitudes is the seats. Everything else, like I mentioned, is pretty standard to a normal 4xE, which I'll cover shortly and just, you know, quickly. You also get this center dash right here in steel gray, which goes all the way across to that side. And these are full leather seats, and they are heated on both sides, and you also get the heated steering wheel. And even on the interior, on your parking brake, your off-road gear, and your normal gear selector, you've got this nice leather that goes all around with that nice stitching as well. Getting inside and looking up top, you've got the normal, you know, black dash up top, and then again more of that bronze stitching that goes all the way around. And then of course you've got your charging light bar there when you plug in your 4xE. Starting things off with question number 1, we'll start off in the front, and that is, what is the engine size of the Jeep Wrangler 4xE? All of the Jeep Wrangler 4xEs, doesn't matter Sahara or Rubicon, you get the 2-liter Jeep turbo engine, which is of course a PHEV engine, and it gives you 375 horsepower with 470 foot-pound of torque. And if you don't want this, then well, you gotta pick something else in the Jeep lineup, which is not a 4xE, because then you can get the eco diesel, the V6, and so forth. And that brings us to question number 2, is how do you charge your Jeep Wrangler 4xE? So there's actually 2 ways. The first way is the one I showed you with this charger right here. This is your level 1 charger, which comes with all of the 4xEs, and this plugs into any standard outlet in your house, and this takes about 12 hours to charge. Now, you may be thinking 12 hours, that's a lot of time. Well, you can make it faster. You're gonna have to charge with a level 2 charger, which you can go to any shopping center or anything like that, and it charges that within about 2 hours. You can also install that level 2 charger right at home, so it could be more convenient for you rather than going to any of these shopping centers. And moving on to question number 3 is, if my Jeep 4xE runs out of charge, will it stop completely or still continue? And to answer that, because your Jeep 4xE is a plug-in hybrid, if you do run out of, you know, charge and it goes to 0, you still have your gas tank to rely on and, you know, take you home to a shopping center to recharge again and keep going. And question number 4 is, how will my Jeep Wrangler 4xE know when to use gas and when to use electric? Well, it's very, very simple, because once you enter the vehicle, you'll notice these 3 buttons here. You've got hybrid, electric, and e-save. You can put your Jeep in electric mode, which obviously only uses power from the electric motors. And you know, you can drive around town or off-roading in complete silence, and you're also saving your emissions, which is the whole point of having a Jeep 4xE. You've also got e-save mode, which saves your battery usage for later. So whenever you really need the battery and you don't really feel like going on gas, which will reserve your battery charge for later use. And by putting in hybrid mode, this gives you the best of both worlds. So the torque that you get from the gas engine and the electric motors, it is pretty much using both. So it's the best of both worlds, if you want to put it that way. And also a quick side note, because this is a plug-in hybrid, you do get regenerative braking, but if you want to maximize that, you press this button, and you know, it makes life so much easier, because when you're, you know, coming to a stop or anything like that, it actually charges your battery. You'll notice a significant of the Jeep trying to stop itself when it comes to, you know, red lights, stop sign. As soon as you let off the accelerator, you will notice all of that, and you know, it helps with recharging your battery. The next common question is, do I have to fully charge the Jeep 4xE, or can I just partially charge it when, you know, I'm at home and I just need to go quickly? And the answer is yes, and you can also set scheduled timings, which I'll show you in a second. So when you come into the Jeep, you're gonna go onto your apps, slide over, and then you're gonna go to hybrid electric pages. Right here, you'll notice a different little tabs here, but you wanna go to charging schedule. And here you can set, once your vehicle is plugged in at home or at a charging station or at work, when you want the charging to begin. And this makes sense when you're going to sleep at night, you know, to take advantage of those low peak hours for your, you know, electricity and all of that. So really, really cool. You don't have to charge your 4xE to, you know, the full range. You can do partial at whatever it is, you can do it. So don't worry about that. The next question is, because the Jeep 4xE is so quiet, and right now, yes, it is turned on, you do not hear a thing. How do pedestrians around you know that you are coming? Or, you know, how do they know that you're on the road, or you know, if they're not looking at you and you're coming behind them? Well, you can see the Jeep is fully equipped with a ton of safety features, and one of them is called the pedestrian alert system. So with this, let's say you were driving about 30 kilometers or under and there was a pedestrian right there and they had no idea that you were coming up behind them. The Jeep 4xE will actually make an audible sound letting them know that, hey, the beautiful Jeep 4xE high altitude is coming your way. And the final common question that people ask is the Jeep 4xE actually worth it? And to answer that, yes, it is actually worth it, because everything is moving to, you know, being solely relied on electric. And eventually I hope these do just come off of being normally, you know, plug-in hybrids to complete electric vehicles, or have an option of that, because this is the future right here. You're looking at it. So yes, this is 100% worth getting if, you know, it is within your budget, because obviously these are a little bit pricey. You got to pay the premium for the hybrid, of course, everyone knows. And you know, you enjoy the benefits of just driving solely on electric if you live closely, or even if you work far, you can top up at any time, anywhere, because there's charging stations all around town. I'm pretty sure around your area you can just plug in and just solely drive around town and to work and back just on charge. And here's a window sticker for this Wrangler 4xE high altitude. You can see the standard features and then more of the standard features here. And then of course your high altitude package, which includes a ton of options. And you've got a little bit more options down there. If you guys also have any other questions about the Jeep 4xE, or any particular questions, leave them in the comment down below, and you know, maybe I'll make another video on it. And that's it for this beautiful 4xE high altitude. Let me know in the comments down below if you love it or if you hate it.